Most people overthink this category and end up buying the wrong thing for the wrong reason. There is usually one or two details that settle the decision, and they rarely show up in the headline specs. Think about the actual moment you are going to reach for this. Not the unboxing, not the setup, the third weekend, when the novelty is gone and you just need it to work. That is the test that matters, and it is the one most reviews skip. The Valve Steam Deck OLED 1TB SSD plus 16GB RAM International version 7.4-inch, 90Hz, 1280x800 pix beam OS3 handheld gaming console is built around international UK version. That is the thing that separates it from the generic options at similar price points. It is not trying to do everything, it is trying to do this one thing well. The first thing worth understanding is international UK version. What that actually means day to day is that you are not fighting the product to get a result. It handles the friction for you. The second feature I want to flag is 7.4 diagonal HDR OLED 1280x 800 XRGB, up to 90 Hz refresh rate, high performance touch, 0.1 milliseconds response time, 1000 nits peak brightness, HDR, 600 nits SDR. This is the kind of detail that looks minor on the spec sheet, but changes how you interact with it over time. If you have bought something in this category before and found yourself working around a limitation, this is usually the part that addresses it. Both of those together are why this one sits where it does in terms of reputation. Here's where I have to be straight with you. 1TB NVMe SSD, 16GB LPDDR5, onboard RAM, 5500 MTs quad 32-bit channels. MicroSD UHS-1 supports SD, SDXC, and SD. If that does not match your situation, there are better options, and I would rather you know that now than find out after the fact. I do one of these breakdowns every day. If that is useful to you, subscribing is the fastest way to keep up. Looking at the pattern of feedback on this one, 6nm AMD APU, CPU, Zen 2 4C/8T, 2.4 to 3.5 GHz, up to 448 GFLOPS FP30. The buyers who are most satisfied are the ones who bought it for the right use case. The critical reviews mostly come from people who needed something different. On pricing, Amazon shifts this around more than you would expect, so I am not going to quote you a number here. What I will say is that for what you are getting, the price point generally makes sense compared to the alternatives I looked at. The link is in the description so you can check what it is sitting at right now and decide if the timing works for you.